So, as a child, I used to love to sing. I sang on our family mystery rides. I sang when I played hopscotch and jump rope. We sang at the dinner table. And in my house, that was an acceptable way to be loud. So I sang whenever I could. But my favorite place to sing was at the synagogue that I attended. And it was the Saturday morning children's Shabbat service. And after a rather boring service, we would belt out Yiddish, Hebrew songs, things you didn't understand, and as loud as we could. My favorite story was Adon Olam. And Adon Olam had more verses than 100 bottles of beer on the wall. And we would sing, and we would sing, and I guess you could kind of think of George Harrison singing "Oh My Sweet Lord," over and over again. So when it was time for me to be bat mitzvahed, and a bat mitzvah is when a 13-year-old girl is like a coming-of-age ceremony. I was very excited. It was not just because of presents I would get, but I would get to sing with two other girls. And I remember their names. It was Audrey Heller and Myra Duchin. So for about, 2 months before the bat mitzvah, we would go to Cantor Goldman's study. We would practice our Torah part, which if you think someone's really reading Hebrew, it's all phonetic. It's all written out for you. And we would practice our song. And I particularly liked the way that we stood when we practiced. We had a hair and a flip. We were kind of like the Hebrew Supremes, and we kind of stood like this, and we practiced our song. So about a week before the big ceremony, Cantor Goldman called me into his study. And he said, "Nansala." And if you want a Jewish name, just add Allah to the end of your name. And he said, "I have something to ask you. Would it be okay if you lip sang instead of singing?" And I was not one to question authority, Jewish authority, religious authority. I said, "Sure, that's fine with me." So comes the day of the bat mitzvah, and I did what I was told. And I lip sang. Very hard to lip sing Hebrew. And I did a worse job than Milli Vanilli. And, on that day, I really lost my voice. I lost a little piece of myself. I never sang again. If there was some music going on, I would, maybe I would hum or I would mouth the words. I never sang again. So fast forward to February 2020, right before COVID hit, and it did hurt. My husband and I decided to take a challenge. We wanted to do something very different, something out of our comfort zone. So we went to the very tip of the Baja of Mexico for a month. We stayed in a tent. We had vegan food. We had no caffeine. And our goal was to become certified as yoga instructors. And we did get certified. One of our assignments while we were there is that we had to do an opening, or what you would call a centering, for the yoga class. And I already had in my mind, I know what people are going to do. They're going to do a meditation. Maybe they're going to chant a little bit. They're going to read a poem by Allen Ginsberg or something like that. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to tell a story. And the story I told was about losing my voice and never singing again. And then the more I thought about it, don't really say never, never again. And so I decided I'm gonna break that streak. I'm going to sing. So Cantor Goldman, this is for you. My husband cried while I sang, and people swayed back and forth, and they sang along with me, and you're invited to do so. So I'm going to give it a try. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you, and I say to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. The faces of all the people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll know much more than I'll never know. And I say to myself, what a wonderful